Hey there, Sagittarius. This is your February 2019 message. This is the beginning of the month, so I always let Spirit just come through with whatever message they really want you to hear this month. And then I've already gone ahead and pulled the Celtic cross for y'all. So I'm going to get straight into the message. And for those of you who are interested, I have an exciting new offer that I am completely thrilled to be offering. So stick around to the end if you'd like to hear what that is. Without further ado, Sagittarius. You need to let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. We could word it many different ways, but all that happens when there's resentment is that there's an attachment of your energy onto theirs, of you must do this thing to make me feel better. Whether you're aware of that thought pattern or not, that's what's going on. And whatever degree of anger you're allowing yourself to feel, some of you might feel betrayed and backstabbed right now. Some of you might just be let down. The message is still the same, this Sagittarius. When you hold on to resentment, when you hold on to, well, if they want to speak to me again, they would have to do X, Y, Z. Well, if they were to ever come back and be a client, I would need them to make due on these payments. If they were to want to go out with me again and start dating me again and rekindle anything, they would need to apologize for X, Y, Z. There'll be varying ranges of emotions for the different Sagittarius feeling this. Some will be bitter and resentment. Some will just be, here's what they would need to do to re-enter my life. As much as we do agree with standards, as much as we do agree with self-worth, self-esteem, having requirements to allow someone up close and personal in your life, we want that for you. And we also want you to equally balance it with understand that when someone else is at a very low vibration, if they're working 80, 100-hour work weeks, they will very likely be at the vibration of anger and would do things that they would normally not do when they're in their full coherent capacity. We're going to give you an example with Kelly. There are some times when she'll wake up and she'll be a little angry and it surprises her. She's like, why am I so angry? I just woke up. She'll glance over at the clock and go, oh, I've only had 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. When she goes back to sleep and wakes up 3, 4, 5 hours later, she's her normal chipper self. We want you to hear that when someone though, if they're the doctor working in the hospital, the 80, 100-hour weeks and they have the pressure and they're on call, or if they're that high-powered executive, or even if they're not that high-powered executive, but that office receptionist who is so busy taking care of everyone else while at work, and then she also takes care of them outside of work, their brain is functioning on for a very long time. They're not nourishing themselves. Getting mad at someone, putting your arms out, no, you can't come back into my life, is the same thing as expecting a car that's out of gas to run. So we want you to have the standards. How we would like to just kind of expand on that now is have the standards for, this is how I would like to be treated. These are my requirements if someone's going to be my husband, my wife. These are my requirements for a close friendship. These are my requirements for a friendship, for an acquaintance. Have those standards for the people who you're going to be near and dear. You're going to be sharing the holidays with. You're going to be sharing dinner with and meals with. But let go of the resentment if you're just going to be acquaintances with the person, if you might bump into them around town. Because if you walk around with that energy, it's like putting a little guard up to the vibration of love. They must do these things to enter here. You're walking up with this guard of, I don't want to bump into that person. I don't want to bump into that person. So when someone new's into your life, they will pick up that vibration and they'll walk away potentially, oh, they were really cool, but I guess I just didn't feel like they 100% wanted me there. That's what we want you to become aware of, Sagittarius. When you hold on to the resentment, when you hold on to in order for you to come back into my life, it's putting up that edge and deterring future people from coming in. If you'd like to come back into my life at the husband level, I would need to feel safe, secure, comfortable, valued, respected, cherished, adored. But don't dictate how that feeling or how that making men's comes about. We think you understand enough to let Kelly go into the Celtic cross. So, hello for those who are watching it live. I can't see the chat, so apologies. So let's just go into the Celtic cross, Sagittarius. So, you got a lot of love cards, Sagittarius. Okay, so for the basis of your month, it does look like there was a disappointment, very likely in love, because you got the disappointed lady who's waiting for her love. This is the waiting for my lover. This is the fucker never came. And you've got the like, yeah, you've got the secret garden reverse too, coupled with the this is your challenge. The so your challenging card this month is letting love in. That's interesting. Okay, so for the basis of your month though, is that it looks like there was a little bit of a putting all the eggs in one basket, putting your hopes and your prayers on this one person coming back. And if it's not love for you, it means you're putting all your eggs in one basket for one job coming through. You're putting all your eggs in one basket for this one job paying you back. But there was a little bit of here's this thing that I want, and this one company, this one person can give me that need. So there's a little bit of like hopeless vibration in there that in order for me to be happy, they need to do XYZ. And because it's reversed, that means it didn't happen. So now you're facing the downward spiral of emotions of that. But use it as a wake up call, as an emotional wake up call that you can no longer put yourself in a position of needing one person or one company to meet your needs. It's more about how would it feel if that person were to be the one to propose to you? If this company were to be the one to give you the pay raise? It would feel easy. It would feel meant to be. It would feel safe. It would feel familiar. Focus on the feeling and let's say you are going for the love. If you're dating someone and I want to get married, and then you start putting all this, oh my God, I want to get married. Does that mean my boyfriend's going to propose? And he doesn't propose. That's this card. He didn't propose. Instead of holding on to the resentment and the anger that Spirit was talking about in the very beginning, it's better to go, well, I'm ready to get married. And you just have that conversation with the person like, hey, babe, I wanted to talk to you about something that I've just kind of shifted and grown a little bit that I'd love to share with you. When's a good time? Okay, great. Whenever they say the good time is, you have the conversation, just say, I'm really searching for a little bit more of connection. I'm searching for a little bit more of commitment. And I'm really looking to get married now for that level of sharing. I just wanted to bring it up to see if that's something that's even on your radar, to see if that's something that you want, that you can do. If they say no, feel the genuine disappointment. You're going to be disappointed. There's going to be hurt. There might be some anger with disentangling from that relationship. But it's knowing that if they say no, there are 500 million, billion, trillion other people on this planet. They are not the end all be all. Were they the one easiest way for that to happen for you? Yes. If you're looking for money as the current company, are they the easiest way for the money to come to you for? I've coached so many people through pay raises, how to rewrite their resume, how to present themselves differently so they can go from the manager level to the director level. Because it's a different type of person at each level. You need to become the new person to get the pay raise. 3 out of 5 of them, we prepped their resume. We got them ready for new interviews. They got outside offers of like 50K more at least from new companies. The other 2, they got the pay raise at the company or at the other 3, they got it from outside companies. One of them, their current company, outbid the other company and kept them. The other 2, they at least got counter offers, and then they were empowered to make a choice. So I know it might hurt. I know it might be disappointed, but you're really learning the soul level lesson that no one person or no one company is your end all be all solution, that you're empowered to keep going, that it just may not be the obvious answer in front of you. Okay, so that's your soul level lesson, which is bringing up for you for the base of this month. It looks like there's a little bit of dropping your guard, dropping your edge, like kind of like, just to be a little blunt, quit treating life like if someone's gonna be in your life, they have to behave the certain way. If they're gonna be your husband, if they're gonna be your girlfriend, they have to do these things in order to show that they love you. Because this is like the secret garden cards. Like, in order to get to the love that you can give, someone must behave absolutely perfect. So you're letting go of that shit this month. Because what's crossing all of this, your challenge for the month is you really want to let love in, Sagittarius. So you're either looking for a new lover or you are wanting just to feel more loving relationships if you're already in one. So that are the two big lessons that you're going through so you can let more love in this month, Sagittarius. In terms of yeah, okay, in terms of the recent past, it kinda looks like you were at, like, a little bit of a crossroads, Sagittarius. You were at a little bit of, do I wanna focus on career? Do I wanna focus on love? You were at a little bit of maybe you were a little player or playerette, and you had, like, 2, 3, 4, 5 lovers, I don't know however many you had. Um, and you were, well, which one? There's just a little bit of you're rethinking your love life, whether it be you're actually looking to go from 3 people down to 1 person, or should I really be prioritizing work over love? Or maybe it's vice versa. There's just you're doing something about rethinking the way you think about love and how much time and energy and effort that you spend in that department. So I don't know what happened to make you have this rethink. Comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you like this new deck I'm using. It tends to pull in a little more emotional kind of lessons. Let me know if you like this or if you want me to go back to the old tarot deck. Comment after I post the video, please, so I can read them. I can't read them when they're live. Okay, so in terms of what's going on into the current moment for you, it definitely looks like so this is the card of fun, but it's not that like pure uninhibited fun of just like childlike glee. It's the you really want to step into your own and you're really like, you know what, fuck it, shit hasn't worked out the way I've wanted it to work out. I've gotta be me, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong. I've gotta be me. That song is I've Gotta Be Me by Sammy Davis, if you guys want to go listen to it. But you're recognizing that stuff hasn't gone the way I've wanted. I haven't hit the milestones exactly how I thought I would have by now. So I need to have more fun. And it's not literally because this is the card is where it's the fun, but it's the authentic fun. It's the part of you that it like owns my definition of fun is gemstones. My definition of fun is opera shows. My definition of fun is kinky sex. My definition of fun is coaching boys basketball. My definition of fun is playing those role-playing board games. Like, you're really starting to hone in on not just the, "Oh, if you have the good money, if you have the vacations, if you have a partner, that means you're happy," that kind of fun, like the general overall sense of fun. It's like you're really starting to refine what does fun mean to you? And I wanna give you guys a little bit of, like, a heads up of what I've learned when I went through that journey, is that sometimes sorry, guys, that's bothering me. Um, Sometimes your definition of fun might be different for work. It might be different for a lover. It might be different for a boyfriend. It might be different for a friend. It might be different for a close friend. I personally do have different things that I value in acquaintances, those where you just hang out with them 3, 4 times a year, maybe even twice a year, but you just deep dive. Than I do for someone that I want to see weekly. Than I do for someone that I want to see 2 to 3 times a week. It's that level of discernment. You guys might like to watch the video I posted on Saturday or Sunday about spiritual growth. You guys would really like that one. It talks heavily about discernment. You would really like it. But it's that level of discernment so that you're not just that happy-go-lucky. You're not that person who everyone just says, "Oh, Dave is just always so happy. Oh, Samantha, she just always has a smile. Smiley Samantha." But it's the, "Oh, you know what Samantha really likes? You want tarot cards? Go play with Samantha. Oh, you want classical music? You've got to go talk to Dave. Do you want to be the generalist who's happy with anything, who's happy to just have cake? Or do you want, oh my God, it's Samantha's birthday and she loves German chocolate cake?" It's like niche, man. You're niching in your happiness. In terms of going into the future, I don't think you could do nudity on here, so I'm gonna cover this one up. In terms of going into the future, it looks like you're just going to be continuing that lesson um, of like niching your fun. What does fun actually mean for you in different areas of your life? But this is also so it's going to be kind of evolving lesson. This is definitely a little bit more of the soul searching card because sometimes what happens when you really define what your fun is, sometimes you have to give up how you perceive yourself. So let's say that you were the good Christian boy. Well, maybe religion doesn't actually matter, but you were just the good boy that went to school, went to college, got a good job, you've got the wife, you bought the house, and you met society's definition of fun. And now you're realizing, I like kinky sex, not regular sex. It doesn't have to be sex either, guys. That's just like one way to really highlight the example for you guys. But in order to go from the guy who was the good guy by society standards into the guy who really owns what it is he likes, sometimes you have to get comfortable with things that used to appall you. So it's like you're bursting through your ego this month, guys. You're bursting through your ego. And if I could give you any tips for that, it would be just evaluate, what does this action that I'm doing, how does it serve me? What need of mine is it fulfilling? And let's go with the example. Let's say you're a spiritual worker and you're undercharging, because that's a common thing for spiritual workers. They think they have to give their gift away. They think they have to like work for free. What if it's my innate gift? Who am I to withhold it from people who need it, even whether they can afford it or not afford it? Them being nice by giving their gift away for free and then later going home and struggling with rent, that's a way to meet their love and connection. Oh, I'm so nice though. I give so much to others that when I need my back scratched, they're going to scratch my back too. So it's kind of like a way of reassurance. I've got their back, they've got my back. Sometimes it's a way of they have to like me because I gave it for free and I produced so much value for them. But it's knowing that you wanna meet that love and connection in a new way now. And that takes growth because you used to view yourself as, I'm the nice girl, I'm the nice person who serves people, who does spiritual stuff for free. I'm nice. That used to be your definition of nice. But now your definition of nice might be, I love being able to pay my rent every month and save money. You have to go through a shift to be willing to be the person that will charge 2, 3, 4, 500 an hour versus the girl who charged 20 an hour and gave it away for free. That growth is going to be huge for the combo of these two cards to come up. What you're going through right now, or you're going through the future, you're really doing a lot of soul searching on what brings you happiness in all areas of your life. Because you got love cards here and you got career cards. And it's also that like you're going to go through some shifts. And I could tell you some things that some of my clients have gone through, especially clients who are making like 20 to 40,000 when they've worked with me, and we've gotten them up to 90, 150,000. Some of them have shifted from having democratic liberal viewpoints on life. These are for my people in the US, to having a little bit more Republican viewpoints. And that was a hard one for their ego to swallow because they just had the thought of, who am I to be evil and want this and withhold this help from other people? But at the same time, they wanted to save because they wanted their debt paid off. They wanted to take their wife on a vacation. They had to become that new person who was willing to be selfish, evil, and greedy. They rewrote that to view it as, no, I want to take care of my family first and then take care of others. So it's like some serious growth that you guys are going through. I don't want you to downplay it, because it looks like your personal power this month. It looks like your personal power this month is being willing to admit that you want to harvest your harvest. You're ready to get your rewards. You've been on the journey to get to the rainbow, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and now you're just ready for the mother effing pot of gold. So I mean, just know that you're very likely going through some huge shift of what you used to say, oh, I could never do that, is very likely something that you're now going to be doing. God, guys, comment below after the video's up. What are you going through? Some people this will be career, some people this will be love. It could very likely be love because there's a lot of love cards in here. Some of you will just be like, becoming the person who could buy a house from renting. it could play out in many ways. Comment below. I'm so curious. In terms of outside influences this month, outside influences are definitely encouraging you to go through this change. Outside influences are they're definitely encouraging you to go through this change, guys. And I could tell you, my clients who did go from like more of a liberal viewpoint on life to more of a Republican, they never went hardcore, Republican, Trump supporter type Republican, that extreme, but they did go a little, hey, you know what? Like, I've been full, like doing $500 worth of philanthropy and charity giving. They kind of had to pull that back and add that into their savings, because as they were giving away to the charity efforts, they weren't building their savings, and they were always, I'm living month to month here, Kelly. I'm stressed out. When it was their finances, it was right now you're valuing other people, the charity that you're giving, above you. What if you just for 4 months built up 2,000 in savings and valued yourself? Then you have peace of mind and security, and then you're giving comfortably to them. That's when it's better to give, when you feel comfortable to give. So that's how outside influences are definitely trying to let you know, like, it's safe for you to go through the change. It's time for you to go through the change. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears this month, yeah, it definitely looks like you're hitting a little bit of fear. It's reversed. And it's the fear of, will people still like me? Will people still love me? It's like the fear of abandonment. It's the fear of, will I still be loved and liked after I go through this change and become the new person? Which, I mean, that happens for everyone that I coach one-on-one. That so happens when it's the salon owner who she was charging to do facials at the cost of the products that she bought. So she was making no money. She would buy the gas to get to work, to do the facial, charge for the cost of the goods. She was making no money. 1 month of still charging below market value, she was like, Kelly, I have $1,500. She was so happy. But she was literally, this card, so afraid that her clients would think she's evil. She was so afraid that her clients wouldn't come to her. And I kind of highlighted, good. You're not making any money. You're losing money. You're paying them to be your client. If you lose that type of a client, good. But the fear of being rejected and people thinking she was evil was so big and so real. So don't take it lightly. Love yourself. In terms of like some law of attraction stuff, just remind yourself of who are some people that you have in your life, some friends that you have in your life, that it doesn't matter if you have to raise your rates. It doesn't matter if you have to say no and start spending Sundays to yourself. Like, remind yourself, draw your eyes, your attention to everything that lets you know that you have love around you anyway, no matter what, so that you can go through this growth. Yeah, because it kind of looks like for the outcome for this month, it definitely looks like this might be a lesson that you're learning this month, and maybe the next month, maybe even more. We'll see what happens when I give you your March read. Um, it just kind of looks like you're ready to not hide anymore, and you're ready for life to not feel like this mystery puzzle piece anymore. Your outcome is that you're definitely going to have more affirmation by the end of the month, that you're ready to be you, that you're ready to fly on your own. You're ready to start making your own decisions about life. You're ready to start making your own decisions about religion, what's the best way to dress, how to do a resume, how to interview. You're definitely just reaffirming that, like, you've got to be you, whether you're right, whether you're wrong. You've gotta be you. All right, Sagittarius, it looks like you're going through a lot this month. If you're sticking around to the end, I'm going to do a quick announcement that I am finally, for the first time, publicly offering mediumship services. So if you have a crossed over loved one that you'd like to connect with, get a little bit of peace, get a little bit of closure with, you can go ahead and go to kellylunt.com and click on the Work With Me tab, and it'll be right there up top to book. Once you book, you'll be redirected to a scheduling calendar to lock in our appointment ASAP. I do want to let you know, most of the time the calls last around 45 minutes. But if there's more going on, we'll stay on the phone for 60 minutes. And yes, you could bring as many people as you would like on the phone, the whole fam bam if you want. This is your time to connect with the loved one. So if you like that, go to kellylunt.com. But I love y'all. Hope you have a good month. And give me a comment below afterwards. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you like the video. And to everyone who has donated, thank you so much. It really helps me keep doing this, which I love doing. So if you'd like to donate and contribute, the link is down below. Love you guys. Bye.